welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Making Monsters. I'm Taylor Dahl, and we're continuing on going over some of these draft picks and getting to know them a little bit more. So today I am going to be talking about Shemar Turner, defensive lineman out of Texas A&M. Super excited to talk about him. He was one of the guys that I did a podcast on pre-draft and now get to know him a little bit better. And we're joined by his coach, his defensive line coach at Texas A&M, Coach Jerod-Eddie. So I really appreciate your time. I know you're out there recruiting, so thank you for hopping on with me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's get straight to it. Shemar Turner, his time there at Texas A&M has been really fun to watch through the 4 seasons he's been there. I want to talk a little bit, Coach, to start about his versatility. I read a stat recently or heard a stat recently that he had played. He's like one of 4 guys in the last 4 years to play over 200 snaps at all of the positions on the defensive line. So talk about that a little bit, just his versatility across the line in general there at A&M.
Yeah, so, I mean, like you said, he's played literally everywhere, every position from a 9 to a 6 to a 5, 4-eye, a 3 technique, 2-eye, a 1 technique, a 0. You can do with players like that, especially in the league that you guys are in. And I think that's one of the main reasons that he's going to thrive in that league is because of his versatility. You can do anything you want with a guy like that, and you can keep him on the field because you can find ways to put him wherever because he can play at any position up and down the line.
Is there a spot that you see him thrive the best at during that time at A&M, or maybe at the next level you see fit best for him?
It's crazy. He started for us at defensive tackle this year. So he was primarily a 3 technique and a 2-eye. But probably his best season at Texas A&M was the year before. He started at defensive end for us at our field side end, and he was just a menace. And like what you get from him, play style wise, is he's physical. He's gonna put his hands on you. But the stuff that the stuff that don't show up on the stat sheet is the effort and how hard he plays with. How hard he plays and the motor that he plays with is just. It's stuff that you can't teach, and you kind of just gotta have it, and he got it.
That's something we definitely like to hear. It's when you talk about Chicago football, you talk about the defense for a long time, and it's been something that we've been kind of trying to rebuild now with Ryan Poles and getting that fierceness of that defensive front back in Chicago. And I think he's one of the guys that kind of fit that mold. When you go through his draft profile, Coach, some of the things they talk about is his first step, the quickness off the snap, and that's something that obviously I think football IQ kind of draws into. Also, they talk about the versatility. They talk about his lateral movement and being able to change of direction very quickly, and that I'm sure comes into play a lot when you are going against the run and things like that. So when you are talking about that defensive line and you're talking about someone like Shemar Turner being able to get to the quarterback, create some pass rush in the middle, and then also be able to stop the run, is that something that you would say pretty even on both sides? He's able to do each of those things?
Yeah, first of all, you guys got him with was it the 62nd pick, or the 61st or 62nd pick. Shemar Turner is a first round talent.
Yeah.
And so to get him for you guys to get him where y'all got him is to me one of the biggest bargains of the draft. You guys are gonna be very pleased with him because of all of the things that you just stated, the versatility that we just talked about. This guy is. In today's world, I use the equation like in basketball. Now you have 7-footers who are shooting the 3, which is good. We love it. The game is kind of morphed into that. You know what I mean? But back in the day, the 7-footers were trying to dunk on you. And so in football, you got a lot of the big guys. They want to be finesse. Not Shemar Turner. Shemar Turner want to get down and dirty with you. He want to get physical with you. He want to dominate you and put his hands on you. And so he's very, very physical, but also, like I said, he's a first round talent. So he's very dynamic. He moves very well for a guy his size. And so that's why he's able to play the run very well, but also he can rush the passer from a 5 technique. He can rush the passer from a 3 technique. I've seen him get a sack from a 4-eye where he's literally lined up, defeated, pass shows. He works outside and beats the tackle and bends the edge and gets a sack. So, you guys should be very happy and very pleased. Y'all are very fortunate to get a talent like Shemar Turner where y'all got him at.
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited. I know the Shemar Stewart, another one of those guys drafted, and he was somebody that was mocked to the Bears at that possible 10 spot. They ended up going Turner a little bit later instead, yes, with that 62nd pick. And so one of the games, Coach, that comes back to that I always go back to because I am a Notre Dame fan, that Notre Dame Texas A&M Week 1 game, and Shemar Turner, to me, that first week just popped off. I know he got a sack in that game, but he was one of those guys that, to your point, even if it's not on the stat sheet, he's just making plays on almost every single snap. And I think that's something that's going to pretty easily transfer over to the next level. So do you think that pretty quickly he'll be able to do these starting reps at this level too?
I think that Shemar Turner will be in the rotation. I don't know. I hadn't done my research on who you guys. I know you got Javon Dexter over there because our other defensive line coach coached him at Florida. But I know that he will be in that rotation at some point. Like he is a drop. You drop him off at any one of the 32 teams, and he gonna find his way on the field, and he's gonna be an impact player for you guys very soon.
So how do you feel about that? Shemar Turner and Javon Dexter playing next to each other. It seems like a pretty good match to me.
Yeah, I think both of those guys playing at their max, and they reach their full potential. I mean, that's one of the best tandems in the NFL, I think.
Before I let you go, Coach, I know a lot of people like to hear kind of what the defense they're coming from looks like because Dennis Allen taking over as defensive coordinator this year in Chicago, so things will look a little bit different than what we're used to with Matt Eberflus. But tell us a little bit just what you guys did defensively up front. How much rotation did you use? How much kind of was involved in that and the schematical stuff? That way we can kind of see how some of the things we can expect with Dennis Allen and what he can do with him.
So we were multiple. We were a base 4-2-5 attacking defense, but we did morph into some 3-down stuff, and that's where some of the versatility for Shemar. He can play in the 4-eye. He can play in the 3-down. He can play in a 4-down at the 5 position or a 3 tech. Shemar was one of my bell cows. When the game was on the line, Shemar Turner was in the game. And, if we play 70 snaps, he plays 50 of them. You know what I mean? He's a guy that doesn't really get tired. But you gotta sometimes you got. I mean, I would pull him out sometimes, and he'd give me that look like I'm like, bro, just come to the sideline, get a break, get 1 or 2 plays, and you can get back in there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this guy Shemar is a football player. Like he's a football guy, and not just football. He loves everything that comes with football. He loves training. He loves the weight room. He loves the film study. So I think he'll fit in whatever you guys doing with Dennis Allen. He'll be able to fit in just fine.
We love it. I really appreciate your time. I know the recruiting world is crazy right now, so taking a little bit of time to talk some Shemar with us, I really appreciate it. And good luck with the rest of this offseason for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me again.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.